Hi, my name is Rizky from acreativealt, and this is gonna be my first video that I recorded at home. And of course, all of us now are currently working from home. For many of us, Zoom becomes a standard of meetings nowadays. And probably it's kind of surprising for someone who actually uploaded videos to YouTube. But I do really like to show my face on a Zoom meeting. I don't even own a webcam. This is because of two things. First thing is the more people who actually stream their videos through Zoom, the platform gets more laggy and makes it harder to communicate, which is actually the most important thing about having Zoom meetings in the first place. And the second thing about this that I don't really like is the fact that it becomes some sort of a competition whereby, like a lot of people nowadays like to post stuff like, oh, I have 20 people on my Zoom meetings today. Oh, I have 30 people on my Zoom meetings today. I don't really like it, so I would just prefer to show my name on screen and that's it. But of course, I do understand that sometimes we actually need to show our faces when we are speaking to important clients to give some sort of a sense that we are actually having a real meetings instead of just simply online. For many of us who are actually doing media, video productions, or any forms of creatives, it's pretty beneficial to look your best on the Zoom meetings. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use professional Sony camera as a webcam. And of course, for many of us who are actually Sony users, this may be beneficial to you, so you don't actually need to purchase any webcam. And of course, the Sony camera will be much better than any webcams out there. In this video, I'm going to use the cameras that I've been using to take most of my projects before the COVID-19 period started, which is the Sony A7 III. If you want to know how I shoot events, which is most of my projects, you can actually find it at my previous video here. If you are doing a lot of streaming, I'm sure the best thing to do is actually to get a streaming device, but in this case I'm going to show you how to use it directly, so you don't actually need to purchase any additional device. And yes, I did use Sony cameras for this particular demonstration. However, if you actually have other types of cameras or brands, you can actually use them as well. Basically any types of cameras that you can actually tether directly to your computer. There are two things that you need. You need to download a streaming software. In this case, I'm going to use the OBS, which is probably the standard streaming software that being used a lot nowadays. And another thing that I'm going to use is actually, of course, Sony tethering software. For many of us who does a lot of a studio shoot or corporate portrait, this is probably it's really been a standard for you guys, which is the Sony Imaging H desktop. The next thing that you need is, of course, the USB cable. Sony camera comes with this USB 3, and of course, if you are using Canon or any other cameras, I believe they will come with some sort of a USB cable as well. So there are a few things that you need to do on your Sony camera. The first thing is actually to off the control with smartphone function, and once the function has been turned off, you can go to the setup and you can actually find USB connection. And by default, it will always be just simply for charging or for transferring purpose. But you can click on this menu and you can select PC remote. Once you have made this adjustment, you can continue by connecting the camera through USB cable. Once the camera has been connected, you can click on the remote function on the Imaging H desktop, and you should be able to find your camera model there. And now the camera has been connected. So now you can see that the camera is being controlled by the desktop, and oh my battery is going to die pretty soon, so I hope I can complete this pretty fast. Once you have this, the next thing that you need to do, you can launch your OBS, and you can click on this button at the bottom whereby it says add, and you can click on the window capture. The OBS streaming software will actually display whatever that is being displayed by your desktop. And of course, now you can see that this is currently displaying Sony Imaging H Mobile, which is actually the remote for your camera. And once you have this, let's click on OK. Now the issue with this is, of course, the fact that you can see the full toolbars and the controls of the camera. So of course, by having that, it doesn't look like a webcam just yet. The next thing that I'm going to do is actually to crop away this so you don't see the toolbar at all. You just need to press alternate button and simply drag down to cut this particular portions of the OBS, and now you can see that it kind of looks just like a webcam stream. And of course you can scale up, scale down, add it up to whichever streaming platform that you guys are using. Just a quick tip on how to use your Sony camera as a webcam. I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.